It was the early 1990s, a time when India was opening its economy to the world. Liberalization had just begun, hope was in the air, and the stock market was booming. Bombay, the financial heart of India, was pulsing with ambition, dreams, and greed. But behind those shining glass towers and fast-growing fortunes, one man was quietly rewriting the rules of money. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most shocking and legendary financial scandals in Indian history, the Harshad Mehta scam. It was not just a financial fraud. It was a story of ambition, manipulation, and a system that failed to stop one man until it was too late. Our story begins in the bustling lanes of Mumbai, where a man named Harshad Mehta, once a small-time salesman, dreamed of making it big in the stock market. He started humbly as a clerk, learning the tricks of the trade and understanding how the market worked. But Harshad wasn't content being just another broker. He wanted to rule Dalal Street. By the late 1980s, his charisma, confidence, and deep understanding of market psychology turned him into a sensation. He drove flashy cars, a Lexus, a rarity back then, and lived in a 15,000-square-foot apartment in Mumbai's most elite area. The media called him the Big Bull. People worshipped him as a financial genius, the man who could make the market dance to his tune. But beneath that glitter was a dangerous secret. Harshad had discovered a loophole in India's banking system, something called a Ready Forward Deal, or RF deal. In simple words, these were short-term loans between banks. But Harshad began using fake bank receipts to manipulate the system. He took money from banks, pretending it was being used for government securities trading, and instead pumped that money directly into the stock market, driving share prices sky high. He used this trick to inflate the value of stocks like ACC, Tata Steel, and State Bank of India. In just a few months, the market exploded, and so did Harshad's wealth. From 40 Indian rupees crores to over 4,000 Indian rupees crores, it was unbelievable. Ordinary investors believed in him blindly. They called him the man who could never lose. But every rise is a fall. In 1992, an investigative journalist named Harshad Dalal, from the Times of India, started questioning Mehta's lavish lifestyle. How could one man, with no industrial empire, own cars worth crores and manipulate the market so perfectly? Her article exposed the unthinkable. Harshad Mehta had misused over 4,000 Indian rupees crores of banking funds, creating a financial bubble that was about to burst. When the truth came out, the entire stock market crashed overnight. Investors lost their life savings, banks went bankrupt, and India's financial system went into shock. The same man who was once called the Big Bull was now branded as the scamster of Dalal Street. Soon after, Harshad Mehta was arrested by the CBI and faced more than 70 criminal cases. He spent years fighting in court, claiming he hadn't committed a crime, that he only took advantage of the loopholes the system already had. But the damage was done. He was convicted for several offenses and sent to jail, where in 2001, he died of a heart attack at the age of just 47. Yet, even after his death, one question remained. Was Harshad Mehta a master criminal or a victim of a broken financial system that made him its scapegoat? The Harshad Mehta case changed India forever. It exposed deep flaws in the banking and stock market system, led to major reforms, and gave SEBI, the Securities and Exchange Board of India, real regulatory power. It taught investors that greed can be dangerous and that markets run on trust, not magic. The story of Harshad Mehta continues to fascinate India. It inspired books, documentaries, and the award-winning web series Scam 1992, which brought the Big Bull's rise and fall to a whole new generation. Harshad Mehta's journey is a timeless lesson that ambition without ethics can build empires, but not legacies. In the end, it wasn't just a market that crashed. It was trust itself. If you like this story of power, greed, and downfall. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such stories that shape India's legal and financial history. Until next time, stay curious, stay aware, and remember, in the world of money, what goes up must come down.